Oh, Lumiere, I've been burned by you before.
Hello and welcome to In the Library with
Marsha
and Adrian. Today is July 21st and we're recording at roughly 8:52 a.m.
All right, well, we have no guests today and
No
not
guests.
much to talk about, so this ought to make for a real amazing podcast.
Amazing being a very strong word.
I have a cold. It doesn't even sound like me, so here we go. We're just going to
Who are you?
blather on about who knows what.
Okay.
What's going on with you? Is there anything you want to share? I always try to, get into the mind of Adrian, but you don't always share stuff. So what do you feel like sharing?
Well, what I feel like sharing is that for those of you not in the aware, Chess Club will be starting at the Bedford Branch Library on September 12th. That's a Tuesday. It'll go Tuesdays from 2:30 to 6 p.m. Everyone is welcome to come out and play some chess. And as a little corollary to that, on September 16th, which is that Saturday, we're going to be having a chess tournament.
Ooh.
So watch for signups related to that.
Also for all ages?
As of this moment, yes, all ages.
That was super popular. Your chess club, that really took off. There was a lot of people interested in that. I love that. Yeah, so that's an exciting thing to share. I mean, you don't want to think about September yet, because I was going to mention back to school bingo and all the stuff we have, coming up in the fall, but it's getting there. We've rounded the turn.
Do you remember back in September?
Do you remember? I do.
It was the 21st night of September. We're going to get demonetized. We're not monetized to be demonetized.
So it doesn't, we can really say whatever we want. That's my brother's birthday, the 21st of September, so I always sing that song and think of him. What is the rarest M&M color?
The rarest M&M color? It used to be tan, but tan got retired. So is it... They replaced tan with blue. Is it blue?
It's brown. So you were along the right tracks, because those are boring. I feel like I'll just give you random trivia in between things to keep you on your feet. I like trying to play Stump Adrian. Also, the couple of things I was going to talk about too coming up we've talked a little bit about the Michigan Activity Pass. So make sure you are logging onto the website for MAP, Michigan Activity Pass. Make sure you are getting your discounts or free admission to things. I mean, it's most of the time, but especially in the summer, because that's when state parks are open or museums. So make sure you're getting on there with your library card. You can print up to 4, I believe, per library card per day. So if you are going on a trip or a last minute vacation or heading north.
Do you know a place that has free admission?
Well, you mean with the pass or in general? The library?
Your local library.
Yeah, I was like, wait, is this a real question? Yes, that is true. It's always free admission at the library, but there are some places that offer, I know, like I thought you were talking about this. I know the Dundee Mill Museum is free with this, and there's some other museums that are free. Some of them just do discounts. I used to say, get in for free admission, but now they've just dropped them to discounts. So make sure you get on and check, especially if you're going on vacation or going up to the state parks or even Sterling State Park. They are all on there.
And while you're having your vacation, maybe consider taking photos you can add to Facebook. We'll be having a Facebook for Beginners class at the Bedford Branch Library Saturday, July 29th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. Come out, learn how to make a profile, add friends, do all sorts of fun stuff.
Woo woo! Don't forget about summer reading. Again, it's kind of winding down through the end of July at all of your branches. Go online if you want to check out any of those programs. And we have summer reading for all ages. The young kids, the school-age kids, the teens, and adults. There are prizes, there are drawings, there are all things for summer reading for all ages. So keep reading.
So what are you reading?
What am I reading right now? I'm kind of reading a couple of things. I've been killing that Mary Kubica. I've been listening to her. Did I talk about her last time? I don't remember. I've been listening to her on Hoopla. I like her a lot. But I just started Bad Cree after Olivia mentioned that. So I don't know. I want to read Bad Cree for her book club, for her Ghouls Night Out book club. And I just started that one. So I've got a few things going on. I was reading about Slender Man again, too.
Slender Man? My son was into Slender Man.
I know.
He's outgrown it.
Well, I had outgrown it as well, but then I found a book about Slender Man that I had not read before, but it's nonfiction. They're just kind of telling the story about the girls and going through counseling and stuff. So this is kind of my follow-up to Slender Man. What about you? Are you reading anything fun and earth-shattering?
I am about 2 hours into How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix.
Ooh.
So...
Sell it as in like real estate sell it, or sell it as in like promote it and get people to come through it?
No, the crux is a haunted house a woman inherits, and she wants to
Oh.
sell it. So, yeah.
Oh, I like it. So ghostly. I've never heard of that. So you'll have to let me know if it's any good. Are you listening or reading? Listening.
That one I'm listening
When
to.
you said 2 hours, and I thought you were listening, unless you
No,
just time yourself
I'm-
with your reading endeavors.
I started reading the collected Tales of Earthsea,
Ooh,
but that is a very slow go.
daunting.
So,
Yeah. There's a couple other things I've brought home. I brought home the new Grisham and stuff too. So I always have big dreams to read a lot. I think a stack of books is gonna shame me and make me read more, but it's the time I need. But I know you don't have a face, so nobody can see your mustache right now or your goatee. But I was thinking about when you had shaved that before, but I wasn't, I know in the beginning when you started to grow facial hair that you weren't sure of it, but I noticed that it's grown on you.
that is the worst joke I've ever heard.
I know, I couldn't wait to use it. It's more funny for you to use it. You can use it, don't worry. You can tell people like, I didn't really want this mustache, but it's grown on me. That can be your joke, but you always ask me for jokes and I never have anything good, and I heard that one. So
Well, you still
You're
don't
welcome.
have anything good.
you're welcome. You liked it. You liked it.
Okay, changing gears just
Okay.
a little bit.
Yeah.
If you could name one item at a restaurant after yourself, what would be the Marsha?
Ooh. I mean, technically, it probably should have to be something marshmallow, right? That's some people, shout out to Ann and Russ. That's my nickname, Marshmallow. But I think for me, it would have to be, I would pick something pizza-ish because I love pizza. So it would just be pizza loaded with everything, crazy everything. People who don't like pizza toppings can pick them off. I would say like just a pizza loaded with unreasonable things would be the Marsha. Be like, oh, I'll take the Marsha, and it's just like this big greasy pizza with everything on it. I don't know.
So, at one point in my life, I was going through a pregnant woman phase. And
I still am in that phase.
I created a sandwich abomination that occasionally I still make.
Let's hear it. Is this the Adrian? You're like, oh, I'm going to fix me an Adrian.
Yeah,
Let's hear
basically.
it. What's on it?
I prefer to call it the childress, but yeah. So you take your bread, and it's peanut butter and spicy pepperoni and mustard,
Oh,
and you eat that.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to try that, honestly. The peanut butter throws me off. Like the spicy pepperoni and mustard, I would maybe put like banana peppers on that. I'm like, ooh, that sounds really good. And then when you say peanut butter, I'm questioning, but I'm not. I would try it.
Banana peppers would probably be a good addition.
Yes.
But see, the thing, I forget how I first tried it. I think I started making a peanut butter sandwich, saw pepperoni, was like, I'm going to make a pepperoni sandwich, and forgot that I'd already put peanut butter on the bread.
Yeah. So now you're like, do I make 2 sandwiches out of this, or do we just combine them at that point?
Nope, you just eat them all together.
I love it. Yeah, I'm always up for trying just random stuff like that. So I have a lot of siblings. We eat a lot of food. So it's other people are really, really discouraged by our eating habits, but that's definitely something I would try.
I will say I've served it to some of my friends, and they definitely said it's not the worst thing they've ever eaten.
I'm trying it. I'm trying it. My brother grows banana peppers and just brought me a bunch. That's why they're fresh in my brain. I've been like cutting them up in zucchini. Like I've been putting banana peppers on everything. So I would definitely add those. So that's the childress.
Speaking of putting banana peppers on everything, Reading with Rabbits is going on
Yum.
Mondays, June through December from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then again from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. That's Mondays, June through December.
Woohoo. So I will talk about some of the events at the Ellis Library and in Reference Center right now, and a couple things. I think I've talked before about the Papercraft Club that had met last night, so that meets on Thursday nights. So there won't be one now until August, but we are doing there's a Women in Leadership book club. There is a Civil War, paging through the Civil War history book. There's a Santa-fi book club. I thought you might like that. Do you read sci-fi, fantasy and sci-fi? I feel like you do sometimes. Sometimes. So that's another book club that meets. And then there is an I Love a Mystery book club, and that meets on the second Wednesday of every month during the day from 10 to noon. I feel like this is a book club that I am perhaps joining and maybe leading in the future. So I love a mystery too. Doesn't every, I love mystery, you love a mystery, everybody loves a mystery.
You know the biggest mystery? How did you come up with such a corny joke?
So look on the website, call your local branch, stop in. There is stuff everywhere. Ellis is even doing a chess open play on August 16th at 2:00. So tying in the chess, maybe you come practice at Ellis. on Wednesday the 16th and get ready for the September start date here at Bedford. Chess all around, people. I should tell Dan about that now that I see him.
Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Because they make up everything.
There you go.
I don't know if I must have heard that one before because I don't think I'd have come up with it that quickly, but that's funny. I'm like, atoms. That's really funny. All right, what you got?
Pausing pages. The first Thursday of each month running July 6th through August 3rd from 6:45 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. Join us for an opportunity to practice reading out loud to a certified therapy dog. This program is geared towards school-aged children. 15-minute reading sessions are available on a first-come, first-served basis.
Yay. I also brought this because this that no one else can see but you right now. It's a subscription to Book Page, which is online but also in print, and the Friends of the Library here at Bedford, in addition to the Friends of the Library at Ida. I also know the outreach truck. I know the outreach services, they deliver these. So some branches purchase this subscription called Book Page, and it's really cool. It's not necessarily new books but featured books, so a lot of times I feel like you could find your next great read in here. If you're not familiar with Book Page, you can read your book pages. You can pick one up at Bedford at any time, and sometimes it's a great way it features different authors and books of all ages,
and you can all page your book read and
page your book read. Hey, I got a good food question for you. I just pulled up while we were in between this, but I have a couple of them. But number one, this is a good one. This is topical to what we were talking about because this sounds like, you could even put this on your Childress. Which is the only edible food that never goes bad?
Honey.
Yeah, yay. You knew that really quickly. Why? You said that like, duh. I don't know. I thought you'd put a little more thought into it. Has that come up before? I was thinking like, I might not have known that right away. It's just, you're like, duh, it's obvious. It's obviously honey.
Well, I mean,
duh.
There was a story just a couple months ago. Somebody uncovered a ancient Egyptian honey pot and just started eating it.
Oh, man, I didn't know that. That's funny. I didn't hear that story, but I mean, I probably would do that with most things, but that's really funny. All right. What is the most consumed manufactured drink in the world?
Most consumed manufactured drink?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tricky one because is each variety of alcohol separate? Because
oh, I don't know.
Because that would be a
that
contender.
Since that hung and I was coughing.
Most manufactured drink. So I feel like the contenders are going to be some variety of alcohol or Coca-Cola.
So that's funny. It's not Coca-Cola, although that was the first soft drink in space. That was the question before this. No, according to this source, it is tea.
Tea.
But alcohol was a really good guess.
Okay. If you wake up to find one day you've been transformed into a cartoon character, which cartoon world would you want to live in?
The Justice League. I'd be one of the twins.
The Justice League. Yeah, but isn't like their world in danger like every day?
I know. How exciting is that? You can go out and do some stuff. Be busy doing stuff. Form of an eagle.
You're gonna be the one that turns into water.
A bucket of ice, right? Like I'll be the eagle that takes this bucket of the one that turns into water. I mean, come on. Can't use that in the community room yesterday.
Yeah, no. We had enough water in the community room.
Oh my goodness, water. Fire. There's all kinds of stuff happening at Bedford
Water,
Library.
fire, earth, wind, heart.
I know, you have
With
all
your
the elements.
Powers combined, I am Captain Librarian.
Karen was just helping you along. Man, there's so many good stories here. I don't know. Well, we'll see. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, please let us know. I feel like everyone gives me a resounding no. So I don't know if is it you? Is it me?
Man, I even said no to being a guest on this podcast.
You don't have a choice.
For those of you who are still listening, our next summer movies will be Super Pets on July 26th, followed by Lyle Lyle Crocodile coming up on August 2nd. These will be played on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Admission is free. PJ party attire is encouraged. Feel free to bring your favorite movie time snacks, blankets, pillows, and friends.
Are you a Disney fan?
I like some Disney properties.
Okay, what are the names of Cinderella's stepsisters?
Oof. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie.
I know, me neither.
Like, I don't know that I've ever seen Cinderella all the way through. It's going to be like Lucille and...
Close.
Estelina.
No, that's close. The one I did recognize. So Anastasia and Drusilla.
Drusilla.
Right. I feel like my sister knew that answer.
You know,
Are you listening, Michelle?
Maybe if I'd ever seen it.
That way you could have guessed a little bit better. I didn't know him either, and I've seen it, but that's not one of my top favorites. Sorry, Disney.
See, like, we didn't watch much television growing up, and we had like 3 Disney VHSs. We had
Jungle Book? Oh.
We had The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh yeah, okay.
We had Oliver and Friends, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver Twist with dogs. And we had Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah.
Those are the ones we had.
So no wonder you knew my Beauty and the Beast line.
But
Same. We had like Robin Hood, Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast, and those are the ones I can quote. But you're right. Those are the ones we saw over and over. I was in the exact same boat. And yeah, we didn't live in the same house, but very similar. All right, what else you got? Anything? I don't know.
I got nothing.
We just wrapping this up. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
This has been In the Library with
Marsha
and Adrian. Today is July 21st, and we're wrapping at 9:09 a.m.